What up, Dokkanners? Welcome back to Deuteronomy for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. As you can see right here, BOJACK is on the way. BOJACK, BOJACK, BOJACK. The banner is on the way. It's going to be dropping in, what? On the 28th. So the 20th of February, 10:30 p.m. PST, which is pretty much the next day for most of you. So on the 1st of March is basically when this guy's going to be dropping. The 28th is a Sunday, so Monday. Yeah, there you go. So the data download is in. You might have noticed this on Global. So let's take a look at all of the units involved. And there's also something else pretty major that's going to be announced officially either tomorrow or the day after, whenever Global actually gets the official campaign. So as you can see here, we got BOJACK, we got Zangia. We have the TUR for two units you might recognize, the Whis and the Hachiyak. Did a video on Hachiyak earlier today. Go check that out if you care. It's a valid condition if you genuinely care. If you don't, I'm not surprised. So let's take a look at all of them. The Space Traveling Warriors lead, BOJACK. This guy is the unit that you want to have, especially if you pulled the Turles. But regardless, there's a lot of great units on this category that would make for a fun team to build. So he's not a must-have, but he's also pretty fun to use, and he's basically like a cooler, another version of cooler. That was the main thing that people on JP would talk about. Space Traveling Warriors, key plus 3, 170% across the board, as well as Time Travelers, key plus 3, 150. Raises attack and defense for one turn, causes immense damage to the enemy. Attack and defense plus 100%. Space Traveling Warriors category allies, key plus 2, attack and defense plus 30 when facing one or more enemies. This is where the cooler aspect comes in. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 10% when facing 2 or more. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 10% when facing 3 or more. So, yeah, a lot of support going on. And then when he transforms, which happens on the 4th turn, when facing only one enemy, he becomes full power BOJACK, where he raises his attack infinitely. Sound familiar? And then his attack and defense becomes 1E. I mean, this is just cooler. You could change the name and everything and just turn him into cooler. Key plus 3, 180% attack and defense. Launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack, plus an additional attack plus 30, defense plus 15 when attacking, with 3 or more key spheres obtained. Which is, I don't understand what the 30 and 15 is, but whatever. Plus an additional attack plus 30, defense plus 15 when attacking, with 6 or more key spheres obtained. So he can get pretty strong, and then he's an infinite attack stacker. So I like this unit because he's, busted, but as far as creativity, uniqueness, he doesn't really stand out. He's just the same old, but that's kind of what you expect these days in Dokkan. We've kind of reached the pinnacle of power. It's now at the point where, like, you might as well just stop caring and just continue to make more busted units. Why not? Just go crazy with it. So I feel like this is another step in that direction. Not too different. You've seen this kind of thing before, so whatever. But he is a great lead, and he also has a bunch of other categories: Resurrected Warriors, Movie Bosses, Full Power, Transformation Boost, Time Travelers, Starfang Conquerors, and Human Deeds. Space Traveling Warriors. That's not all. We're also getting Zangia in Extreme Tech. You guys know Extreme Tech is always lacking, so this is a big get for Extreme Tech, somewhat. So she is a Space Traveling Warriors. I think it's Space Time Traveling, whatever. Doesn't matter. She's the sub-lead for that category. Causes supreme damage, lowers attack and defense. Attack and defense plus 30 per Space Traveling Warriors category ally on the team. Launches an additional super attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack when there's an ally whose name includes BOJACK attacking in the same turn. So this is the part where I said, it's great that she's Extreme Tech, but it's not entirely beneficial. Like, let's say you're trying to run Super Battle Road with Extreme Tech, Extreme Super Battle Road. You're going to be a little limited because I don't think there are too many Extreme Tech Space Traveling Warriors. Let's see. This is all you got. Maybe you could run this squad, but basically what I'm saying is she's good and she's also not good. She's limiting, but she's also great. So with the BOJACK restriction, with that in place, it does limit her options on Super Battle Road, except for on a team with BOJACK. But if you're going to do that, you're probably going to be running Resurrected Warriors or Time Travelers, because there's no other category where you can really run BOJACK to. Attacked enemies, attack and defense minus 20%, recovers 10% HP at the start of the turn. This is reminiscent of her AGL counterpart. She does have an AGL version. Very forgettable, very pointless, and she does nothing. So that's literally just a copy and paste from this. And then she does lower attack and defense. So there is some utility in using her. She's kind of like, this passive is kind of reminiscent of Guldo. So yeah, that's what she does. She is a good sidekick to BOJACK, which makes sense. And that's it for the new category information, but that's not all. We are getting those 2 TURs. So now let's take a look at, well, you've already seen this if you saw my showcase today. Hachiyak gets a Dokkan Awakening into Super Hachiyak. He now has a respectable super attack, a respectable passive, which actually gives him some utility with that whole recovering 40% HP thing. With him raising attack for 1 turn and causing supreme damage, he actually has a decent shot at getting the killing blow. And when he does, he would recover 40% HP. Plus, when he's fighting against Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans, he can go up to 150 attack and defense. That's pretty good for a unit that is so archaic and so useless and so pointless that he never should have been in the game to begin with. He's come a long way. He could still come a little ways more, but he's not gonna, because they hate Hachiyak. And then this is the Whis. So I haven't talked about this Whis just yet. Was waiting for either this or if I did a showcase on the SSR version. But this free-to-play unit, both of those free-to-play units that you just saw are from the Hero Extermination event. They are getting stage upgrades because these units are getting TUR, so they're getting additional stages so that you can get the medals to awaken these guys. So as you can see, the final stage gives you the medal for Whis, and the Hero Extermination plan gives you the final stage for Hachiyak. Get them both. You got to get these guys up to speed because you're going to need this for subsequent Hero Extermination event easy area events. You can no longer just use the SSR versions. You have to have the TUR. But when you get this guy to TUR, he's pretty good. Key plus 350% across the board for AGL, cause supreme damage and medium chance to stun. Key plus 2 at defense plus 100%, plus an additional defense plus 20 with each attack performed up to 100. That's 200% right there. High chance of launching an additional super attack, just randomly. There's no condition. Fully recovers HP and great chance of evading enemies' attack when HP is 30% or less once only. So this is kind of like the new gimmick, right? With Toa, you've seen this most recently with Toa. Upon healing, upon gaining back your life, basically, you get a little extra perk. That extra perk for Whis is 70% chance to dodge, but this only happens on 1 turn, which is pretty good. It actually coincides very well with the whole fully recovering HP mechanic because once you heal, once you get that second chance, you then want to take the Whis out of the equation for the most part because chances are he's probably not going to be the damage dealing unit that you want out there. You want somebody else doing most of the legwork. So during that turn that you're trying to rotate him off, you will have a 70% chance to dodge. And if that doesn't work, by the time you get to that point, you will have probably given him 200% defense. So a very, very stellar defensive unit, especially for Super Battle Road. I am very much looking forward to this guy. Expect to see some videos using this guy, especially for Extreme Super Battle Road. And of course, all the stuff that JP is dealing with coming up, we should probably be able to gain some mileage off of this guy. So those are the new units that are on the way. But there's one more thing. One more thing. Let me talk about it. Gogeta. What? Why Gogeta? Well, back in the JP campaign when BOJACK and Zangya were released, we had all of this stuff show up. All the story events, yada, yada, yada. Pride Troopers, cool. Hero Extermination event, revamp, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. But we got an EZA for Gogeta, and it's happening finally on Global. It's got to be. Because this is when it happened for JP. It's got to happen here. The data has not shown that yet. Let me just refresh Air Dokkan real quick. He also did say there's going to be a ticket, Dokkan Festival ticket, which is good. But, I mean, I would assume, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Like, if we're getting BOJACK, we're getting Gogeta. So there's no reason why Gogeta wouldn't show up. And this guy is awesome. He becomes a 130% lead for Super Int, Extreme Int, Key plus 390%. Raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage, lowers attack and defense. Attack and defense plus 20%, attacks effective against all types. Medium chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack with 1 or more Rainbow Key Spheres obtained. Plus an additional attack plus 40% with 2 or more Rainbow Key Spheres obtained. High chance of performing a critical hit with 3 or more Key Spheres obtained. So very conditional, but when you do get those Rainbow Key Spheres, he's going off to the races. He gains the ability to dodge. He gains the ability to provide some lethal damage, which is very, very good. Also, this doesn't seem... This may seem weird now, but if you think about it, running this guy with certain fusion units would enable you to very easily utilize this passive to the fullest extent. I'll give you one quick guess. Yes, that's right. The Ghost Tanks. The free-to-play Ghost Tanks. Very accessible, very powerful. He himself has his own EZA. I mean, look what he does. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. That's all you need. If you want to heal, have the Ghost Tanks pick up the rainbow key spheres. If you want to go for the attack, have the Gogeta do it. So that Gogeta is going to be a much-needed boost to Fusion. Fusion's always been defensively challenged. That will help, and also will enhance the firepower of your squad. So that is pretty much it. And then, as I mentioned, Air Dokkan, shout out to Air Dokkan and all the Dokkan miners, data miners. We're going to be getting a Dokkan Festival ticket. Shocking. Shocking. So this is all going to be dropping on the 1st of March. I suggest you guys get ready. If you are going to summon, great. If you're not, well, watch me summon. Maybe that can help you decide whether or not you want to jump in there. If you're not sure, don't do it. Maybe do 1 or 2. That's about it. We'll review the banner in another video or something like that. But that's going to be it for this update, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments. Are you excited for BOJACK? Or I don't care. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future. And click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned. I'm going to go to bed. And always remember to Dokkan responsibly. Also, follow me on Twitch tomorrow morning. We're watching the Pokemon reveal. Okay, bye-bye. Love you.